Finishing badges that you guys can remove from your player if you're trying to mash in the paint with a big man. Let's get right. What's good, AllCity fam? I'm AllCity, and thank you for tuning in. I would like to mention, if you guys are looking for players to run with on NBA 2K22, come on out and join our Discord. We love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I would like to set a like goal for 183.6 likes. If you guys find this video helpful and or informative, please consider dropping a like on the video. As you guys know, I'm a huge advocate for NBA 2K Lab and everything they provide for the community, and they recently dropped their finishing badge tier list for big men out there. So I want to pull up the badges and we can review and talk about why these badges are in the C tier list and why they're not needed. The first badge on the list is the Teardropper Badge, and as you guys know, we haven't seen many players making good use of the Teardropper Badge. It goes without saying, it doesn't need that much of an explanation as to why big men should not have the Teardropper Badge equipped on their players. Teardropper was once a goated badge for goated finishers, but unfortunately this year the mechanic is not nearly as useful, especially for a big man that's not making good use of his momentum and drive into the paint. The meta for big men is pump faking and laying the rock up, and Teardropper has no place in that meta. The next badge on the list is the Slithery Finisher Badge. Now we all know for finishers there's an absolutely goated badge, and if you're a big man out there making good use of the Slithery Finisher Badge, I would definitely love to hear from you. Put your comment in the comment section below. But there's a reason why Slithery Finisher is on the C tier list for a big man in the paint. Slithery Finisher is a badge that helps you avoid contact on your drive, but most big man builds are unable to take full advantage of the drive situations because they're unable to create momentum and build up that speed to get a drive animation. They're more than likely working their way into the paint with a back down type of post move animation, going into a drop step, then a pump fake, and this is why Slithery Finisher is not ideal for a big man and why it was placed in the C tier list by 2K Lab. The same goes for the Acrobat Badge. If you guys understand big men and the meta and how they're working into the paint, Acrobat does not work within that meta. And it's not to say that you cannot equip these badges if you're not working within the meta, but if you're trying to apply these badges in accordance to the strengths for a big man in NBA 2K22, then Acrobat doesn't fit within that strength. And that's all the more reason why Giant Slayer, primarily made for smaller finisher type of builds, the mechanics behind how Giant Slayer operates is not set up for a big man build trying to go into the paint. But then we get to another controversial badge like Limitless Takeoff. Similar to Slithery, you're thinking, man, if I'm a big man, I need this badge. I'll be taking off from a distance. But unfortunately, what we witness in NBA 2K22 is that you're not able to get that drive going into the paint because you don't have your dribbling up to par to work your way into the paint on a drive, and there's rarely any speed boost animations to take full advantage of what Limitless Takeoff can get you in creating space for a drive. Predominantly, big men are working their way into the paint with a drop step, a post spin, even though post spin is not as aggressive this year, but some type of back down animation to work their way into the paint. 90+% of the time they're not driving into the paint, which is why Limitless Takeoff is in the C tier for a big man build. Now let's get into the Dream Shake Badge. Now the Dream Shake Badge gives you two benefits. One, you get a stun animation for your shimmy moves in the post, and then you get a shot percentage boost when you're shooting out of a Dream Shake animation. Considering that I saw the video from 2K Labs and I immediately put the Dream Shake Badge to the test, the return on my investment for applying badge points into the Dream Shake did not seem to calculate accordingly. I was indeed getting the stun animation and I was receiving the shot boost, but it just seemed to be that the defense was still able to recover and make a good shot contest, forcing me to miss. But I believe really good post players can make good use of the Dream Shake Badge, so put it to use. If you have been using it, please let me know if you've had a good experience in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you, because there aren't many badges that provide you two incentives to having the badge equipped, as Dream Shake gets you the stun animation and the shimmy and also the shot percentage boost. Now let's move on to Mouse in the House, because a lot of you players out there believe that Mouse in the House is the reason why you're able to finish, but there's been multiple test on the Mouse in the House badge showing that you already get a high percentage for going up in the paint. Odds are heavily in your favor as a finisher if you work your way into the paint. And Mouse in the House is only giving you a slight percentage boost to finish. And let me know if you guys feel like Mouse in the House is the reason why you're finishing good out there. Try taking it off and seeing how it works out for you. Maybe you could save yourself some badge points. Now that brings us to the Post Spin Technician badge. Once a golded badge, almost an automatic animation to get by a defender, it's not nearly as good in NBA 2K22. Defenders are still able to recover off of your post spin, and primarily one of the best ways to work your way into the paint is using back down punisher with a drop step. So I could understand why NBA 2K Lab put the Post Spin Technician badge in the C tier list, a badge that doesn't seem needed in NBA 2K22. And that brings us to the Pro Touch badge. Post players are going to be upset that this badge was put in the C tier list, but I gotta tell you from my experience playing NBA 2K22 every single day, we don't see many players taking full advantage of the Pro Touch badge because you have to have your layup timing on. And considering that the back down punisher with the drop step and the pump fake into a layup is so overpowered, it's not as necessary to have the Pro Touch badge equipped, also having to turn on your layup timing. But if there's post players out there watching this video, let me know your experience. I definitely love to hear from you. Putback Boss. It's not a badge that you want to invest a lot of badge points into, but you can put the badge on bronze to unlock the putback animations. When you guys get a putback animation, it feels super satisfying. But considering that you only need the bronze level to unlock the animations, you don't want to put too many badge points on it. And receiving the putback animation is really inconsistent. And next we got Lob City Finisher. I know a lot of players out there are like, why is Lob City Finisher in the C tier list? And it's mostly due to the fact that it's so easy to catch lob. Not that alley-oop timing is particularly easy, it's just the fact that you're able to complete these lobs even without the Lob City Finisher. But I would like to mention that a lot of point guards out there notice a difference when they're throwing lobs to players who at least have Lob City Finisher on bronze. So these are finishing badges that you may consider removing from your player. Hopefully you guys could save some badge points out there. I am a huge advocate for NBA 2K Lab and the information that they provide to the community. And if you guys would like to get some of that insider information, join NBA 2K Lab Premium. Use promo code AllCity and you can save yourself 20%. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful and or informative. And if you did, please consider dropping a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we intend to have a ton of 2K22 content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.